Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories. Thank you for the new subscribers also. My story today is about demons, the story of demons. I'm sure all of you know Satan, just Satan, but there are many. How did they come about? Well, God created demons, but he did not create them as demons, he created them as angels. They were all happy in heaven. And then one angel by the name Lucifer, or Lucy, whatever he was before, whatever his name was, I'm not sure, but he was an angel. We call him Lucifer now. Lucifer wanted to become like God because of pride. He wanted to be just like his maker. And thus he walked out of heaven. He walked away. Maybe he was kicked out, I'm not sure. But he did not go alone. He went with a legion. When the demons are many, they're called legions. Demon is a word from the Greek word daemon, which means a supernatural entity. So there were many. So it was a legion. He did not just go alone. He had his followers. They were like, if this guy lives, I live too. So there are thousands of demons in the world. And so these guys decided that since we are many, we need to have a committee. Everybody, each demon should be in charge, department of some sort of sins. So each of them was given a department. And so these are the archdemons, the leaders of the demons. Just like we have archangels, we have archdemons now. They are in charge of the whole legion of demons now. So they divided themselves, since they know sins very well, that's their specialty. They divided themselves into the 7 capital sins. The capital sins are the sins that these other small sins come from. And so they divided themselves into those departments, 7 of them, each of them in charge of that department. Work very hard on that. This was their committee. So there was the committee of Lucifer. Lucifer is in charge of pride. Out of pride, so many big or small sins come from pride, but the main one is pride. Then we had the other one called Mammon. Mammon is in charge of greed, land grabbers, greed for power, things like that. And then we had the other one called Asmodeus. Asmodeus is in charge of lust. This one has a lot of work to do, and he's doing it very well because there's a lot of lust and things like that. And then we had Leviathan. Leviathan is in charge of envy, sins connected to envy, that lead to stealing, that lead to, immoralities. Like, I want to be like this one, things like that. And then we have the Beelzebub. Beelzebub is in charge of gluttony, eating a lot, without thinking, just eating, drinking, things like that, overdoing, indulging, things like that. He's in charge of that department. He doesn't have a lot of work to do. And then we have Satan. He's in charge of wrath. This is anger. Anger causes a lot of things. Satan also has a lot of work to do. His department is very busy, murders and the rest. And then we have Belphegor. Belphegor in charge of sloth, just laziness. Laziness. Belphegor is in charge of that. You just cannot do anything, which leads to so many things anyway. So many other small things, like maybe not attending church, maybe just neglecting things out of laziness. And so when a person is possessed, you will notice that he has either all of these qualities of the 7 deadly sins or just some of them. And then you'll know that this particular demon is in this person. So that's why the exorcists need to know these demons also before they can remove them. Because if you don't know them, then you will not know who you're calling to get out of the person they have possessed. You'll see possessed people normally, they show a lot of pride, because there is Satan in them. Especially when the priest calls them out, like, come out, identify yourself. You see how they turn themselves and show that they cannot come out of this person, It's trying to show pride to the priest. Just know that there is Lucifer in this person. The way they speak, trying to show the priest, I know more about you than you know about me. And then they will show some desire of power, greed, power, throwing things around, showing the priest they cannot be removed. They're more stronger than the priest. Obviously, there is a mammon involved in this one. And then also, they normally show some lust. Like normally, when the priest is trying to remove the demon, they will turn into a woman. There's some species of demons also divided into some species of 2 species that are in charge of, sexual desires. So this one will now bring itself out, showing the priest, trying to, tempt the priest. That there is some lust involved here. So there's Asmodeus there. Then there is also, envy, the desire to possess. That's why they take over the body of a person. And then there is gluttony. You will see when there is an exorcism, they throw up some stuff that you've never seen. What is portrayed in the movie is just not even more than a quarter of what happens in reality. There is more to that. And then there is also gluttony. Yeah, this is gluttony when they throw up stuff like green stuff. I don't know, whatever they throw up. Doesn't look good. And then there is wrath, anger, when the priests normally ask them to identify themselves. They really answer in a lot of anger, with pride as well. Who do you think you are? And when they pour some holy water on them, they show some wrath and anger. They're not coming out, man. And then there is sloth also. You will notice that the possessed people are always sleeping. Lazy, just sleeping. The demon of Belphegor should be involved in this as well. And when they go, when they remove, when the possessed person is removed and happen to be possessed again, they come back worse, with more demons. They can come with a whole legion and possess one person, because an exorcism just doesn't take a day. It takes sometimes years before you can remove all the demons. So there is this story of a lady by the name Emmaschmidt. She was born in 1882, March 23rd, and began showing signs of possession from the age of 14 years. Like she will resent religious places and things, relics like that. She just hated them, And then she heard some unspeakable sexual behavior that nobody understood. And it's believed that Mina, her aunt, who was a witch, caused this possession by sprinkling some stuff on her, some spells on the spices that she used to make and feed her, because she did not want her around. She wanted to marry her father, Jacob. So she wanted to get rid of the daughter and just be with the father, possession alone. So her second exorcism was done in a Franciscan convent, and it was terrible that it made some nuns ask for transfer to other convents because there was a lot of violence, there was a lot of lust involved in this exorcism. Whenever they will sprinkle some holy water on her food, she will hiss like a cat. So obviously Satan was here, wrath was involved. And throw out the food, throw out some tobacco. Where was the tobacco coming from? She never used to take tobacco. The demon of gluttony was definitely there. And then there was she will howl and jump onto the walls, like Spider-Man, because it's a spirit now. That is just a demon doing its work. They have purposes of making people divert from God. That is their main aim. I don't know why there have to be so many, because they're spirits. But I understand they cannot be in one place at the same time. That's why there are many. And then their work is to scare people as well. That's it, to torment and scare them. So when they jump onto the walls and ceilings like Spider-Man, that is the part they're trying to do, to just scare you, torment you. Puking tobacco. So her head was swollen, and she spoke in multiple languages that she never knew. Well, it is said that she was possessed by Judas Iscariot. This Judas Iscariot, the one who betrayed Jesus, is very famous whenever it comes to exorcism. He seems to be possessing every other person. Judas Iscariot was there. Then Mina, her auntie, who tried to bewitch her, was there amongst the demons that were exorcised. Then Jacob, her father, was there, and then there was Beelzebub, the other demon as well. These were the demons that were identified in her last exorcism. We know that these are the demons because before they are exorcised, she cried out their names. I cannot say she, but they cried out their names from her body. And that's how the priests knew that these demons are existing in her, and they exorcised her. They removed the demons from her body. So this is just part of what the demons do. Now, in my next video, I will tell you how the demons manage to possess a person if they allow them, and the stages of possession. So if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.